Welcome to 9 Point Started With a Dream podcast. Our goal is to showcase the stories of athletes and the community that supports them by being authentic about their journey. Here's your host, Jacoby Gillum.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host as always, Jacoby Gillum. Today's guest is pro basketball player Kevin Capers, and his story, it's inspiring and it's relatable because, it's about finding your own path outside of, your sibling's shadow and kind of becoming your own name. And he's doing that, great story here, great journey with Kevin, and let's get to it. So Kevin, the question that everyone comes on is, when you're younger as an athlete, what was one of your biggest dreams or goals you wanted to achieve?
When I was younger, I think my biggest goal was to be like my older brother. I wouldn't say I was chasing to be in the pros or anything. My brother played 3 sports, so I wanted to play 3 sports. You know what I'm saying? He was good at sports. I just wanted to be even better than him. So that was always my goal, playing sports when I was younger.
Like, why do you want to beat him so bad? Like, why was that like your big drive?
That just was my role model. Like, I know it sounds cliche, but like my dad, when he raised us, he was like, that's the only person you got in your life. Like friends gonna come and go, girls gonna come and go. Like, that's one person you gotta have in your life is your brother. So just seeing him do all the stuff, I just want to be like him or be better than him.
And so when you kind of have that goal, how do you think I'm gonna go about doing it? Was it just like natural, or just like I'm just gonna outwork him every day?
Actually, I was terrible at it. It was just, if you look at me, I'm 6'2", 185. He's like 6'5", so he had all the tools. So after a while, it's like I'm not bigger and stronger than him, so I'm out to just not even outwork him because he worked hard too. It's just I had to find ways to beat him, either shooting the ball longer distance than him, shoot the ball better than him, just finding ways to just beat him at certain stuff. So I feel like I just had to outsmart him more so than be better than him.
So how did that first game go when you guys went 1-on-1?
I think I never beat my brother till I got to college, to be honest with you.
Dang.
And still, I think that win was a luck win. I'm not going to say he let me win, but I made some shots that time. He kept letting me shoot. So, but now we still haven't really played, but I think nowadays I can get him now for sure, easily.
So what position are you? What, guard?
Combo guard.
Guard?
Yeah.
And what is he?
He's 1 through 4, so depending on the team. So last year he actually played the 3. The year before that he played the 4. Then the year before that he played the 1. So it's just depending on the different team he played for, the coaching style.
So you kind of have this thing that you wanted to be better than your brother, right? So when you were doing that, was it ever thought about college along the way, or that kind of just came and you were like, oh, guess that's an option?
Nah, my goal in the household we live in, my mom was like free is free. So I think the goal was to get a scholarship. So, you know what I'm saying? Over time, like I said, he's older than me. You watch him get all these D1 scholarships and stuff, that just make you more hungry. You know what I'm saying? You see your brother do something. So I think after I seen him went to college, I think that made me want to go to college even more. Not saying I didn't want to go to college, but seeing him doing it made me want to go a lot more.
And with that, he was almost like your blueprint, right?
For sure, yeah, for sure, easily. All the programs, my mom had him taking ACT, SAT classes when he was in his junior year. So I'm in the 8th grade going to classes with him, just learning, you know what I'm saying? So he gave the perfect blueprint and made it easy for me to get in college.
That's awesome, dude, because I think of like for me, I'm an only child. So I didn't have someone I can say, yo, ask a question to about the journey. So for you, what was the biggest advice he gave you along your journey?
I think the biggest advice he told me was get your grades. If you get your grades, that'd make it a lot easier for college coaches to come recruit you. You know what I'm saying? So I think with me having a good GPA and good scores, that made it easier for me to go to college too. Because like I said, I wasn't better than him. He was taller than me, stronger than me, better than me at the time. I think with me having good grades, that helped me go to college even easier, I think.
Yo, that's right there. I'm gonna quote that because a lot of people say, get faster, get stronger, but you were like, nah, the grades.
Nah, for sure. Once you get in that clearinghouse, that gives coaches an easier way to recruit you. Because you don't get me wrong, it's some people just God gifted with talent in the body, the strength and skills. So even if you do work hard, they still might be better than you as time go on. But if you get them grades, man, you actually a solid player that can get you a scholarship too. Just saying, you don't always have to be the best to get on the team. Right place, right time. You never know.
Definitely, because probably a coach would want to have a guy that they know can be eligible, than a guy that can be all the time in the world and not pass the class. So for you, when it came time to to actually, finding a school, what did you value in a program or something like that?
My biggest thing when it came to a program was a winning program. Because I think in my high school career, I think one thing that messed me up really was I had 4 high school coaches. So every year I had a different coach. So I never could get in like an established program. So when I wanted to go to a college, I wanted at least my coach to be there for 4. You know what I'm saying? My coach be there for me. I mean, things do happen. Coaches get better jobs, but I want to go to a winning program and a coach that has stability, that he was going to be there for me. And another thing was being close to home, because my brother went to Florida straight to Washington State. And I seen how that took a toll on my family. So I was like, I wanted to stay in the state of Florida so my family could be around more and see all my games and stuff. So,
Man, he went from the East Coast straight to the West.
West Coast, yeah.
Like,
it was a good situation for him, though, but I still didn't like that decision.
so for you and like this whole, like from that journey, you know, up to that point, your goal was always to be better than your brother, you know? So once you got to college, how did that goal just change, or did it not change, or is it still about being better than him?
I think what really changed was him going to college. He got his role changed to a defensive player. And me personally, I'm not saying I'm a defender. I can guard, but I always enjoy scoring the ball. I mean, what basketball player doesn't enjoy scoring? So I think once I got on campus, we had 4 seniors that left when I got in there, all starters. So I think coach gave me basically the role I had. It was scoring. So I think that really my coach really changed my mindset of like low-key drifting away from who he was and just building my own legacy. So big shout out to my college coach.
So it was now you're kind of out of that shadow. You kind of have your own kind of lane.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I said. Sometimes being an only child, you know what I'm saying, you make your own destiny, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got an older brother, or even you, the older brother, you set shoes that certain people can't fill or try to, and it's difficult sometimes.
How do you deal with that? Maybe with pressure, just maybe that whole, you know, thing of like, of not wanting to be your brother, but wanting to be Kevin, but, you know, kind of how do you kind of deal with that pressure maybe?
I wouldn't say pressure. I feel like that just gave me a chip on my shoulder, you know what I'm saying? And one thing, like my pops, I credit him to, he was like, you don't have to be him. You're your own person. So with that being said, I mean, I don't think it was too much pressure. And like, I think it was that chip helped me be who I am today, you know what I'm saying? Helped me push myself. So no pressure.
Yeah. I love that because I know like there are a lot of athletes out there that kind of have that same situation, right? You know, whether you're the younger sibling coming up, you know, you kind of want to say you want to be your own person, but sometimes you kind of have that other sibling that people like compare you to.
For sure. And I think one thing about him, I think once he went Division I and I went D2, that just created another lane for me too. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing him being a high-profile player on the Division I level, playing Pac-10, then I was like, dang, I go D2. I'm not him, but let's see if I can make a name for myself doing on another level. So I think that helped out too.
So who do you kind of like want to idolize a little bit like your game after?
Who I wanted to be was T-Mac. I mean, Tracy McGrady is my favorite player of all time. I wanted to be like him, but then again, I'm not 6'8". So watching Tracy McGrady and kind of Allen Iverson, those are 2 players I was like, those are the guys I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, be like, to be honest.
I used to love T-Mac, and just like those 2 guys right there, like the AI and T-Mac together, they're a good combo of a little bit everything in the game.
For sure. That would have been crazy.
And you said you wanted to score too, so it kind of fits.
Exactly. And I'm a little biased with T-Mac because he's from my hometown. So he's like 20 minutes away from me. So yeah, I'm a little biased when people have arguments about that too. So
we got to college, man. So now you're kind of building your own legacy. So what was like one of the, I guess, the biggest shocks about that freshman year?
How much I played. I think that was the biggest thing. I mean, as a freshman, I came in, we had a D1 transfer play with us. And the system we played in, it fit me perfectly. And after a while, I was like, man, I'm a freshman playing against guys that say we're good, seniors, juniors. I'm outplaying some of them, you know what I'm saying? So that gave me a lot of confidence too. So I would say that was the biggest thing. Because I was always a skinny kid in high school. And even my freshman year, I really didn't lift weights like that. So just seeing me being crafty, you know what I'm saying, with my size and actually playing against grown men and actually killing them. So that was my biggest thing.
So I remember you said earlier you had that chip on your shoulder. So did the chip get bigger in college, or you kind of stayed where it was?
I think the chip was it stayed where it was. It wasn't got any more. I think the chip got bigger once I got to my junior year. I think I would say that.
And my junior year,
my freshman sophomore year was just Because we had success at my school. We were always top 25 team in the nation for a Division II school, but it's like we never could get over that hump. And I think I was tired of losing, and I was trying to win a national championship. I think that's what really that made the chip a lot bigger.
Definitely. So you know, like you have a goal, like now, like, hey, I want to be a champion, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with something like basketball, you got to have the whole team, you know, come together to make it happen. So how do you kind of like work out and approach your team to kind of make sure everybody was on the same goal at junior year?
Really, junior year, I think that was the best team I ever played on. But like our star player, he was like the second lead scorer, but he was like the vocal leader. He actually got hurt. So we should have won a national championship, in my opinion, that year. We was number one in the nation the whole year. But I think my senior year, we had freshmen and a transfer come in. And while we were going out to like party on certain nights in the beginning of the year, those guys were in the gym working out. So you see a young player that just transferred in, you know what I'm saying? They're going to work out while you going to party. You'd be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? That make you motivate even more. So I think the young guys on my team actually helped out to get me back on track for our senior year. So that really motivated me.
And then that senior, so now we're going to senior year then, right? So it's this next year, and we still have the same mindset, the same goal.
Mm-hmm.
What made this year different?
Nothing. I mean, just stand course. I mean, we did what we had to do. We felt like junior we should have won it. And then senior, I feel like I'm not going to say it was hard, but it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't easy. We just ran through. We went 36-1. So I think we were just ready for that challenge, you know, after everything we've been through those 3 years.
So when it came to you, like as a basketball player, right, and like you as a person, when you look back from those 4 years, what do you see as like your biggest growth?
Really, I think just having a coach that believed in me and getting in the gym, putting that time in. You know, I feel like college and high school is a lot different. Especially in college, you have access to the gym 24/7. Then you got a coach that come work out with you all the time. That helps out. So just putting that work, that was really my growth right there.
And what would you say was like the toughest part, you know, like the moment where you're like, man, will it all ever pay off?
I think the toughest part was, say, the preseason training. You know what I'm saying? Our coach he killed us. I mean, it was worth it, but I was like, if we can get through all this stuff right here, everything else would be easy. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So as we look at this senior year, right, you guys won it all, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Lost one game. Should have won that game, but other than that, we were good.
So in your mind, you kind of achieved that goal, right? The championship. What was your thought process on like what's next?
To be honest, I didn't know what was next. I mean, I think my senior year, I was getting contacted by agents, but I was just like, man, I never dreamed of playing pro ball. But, you know, certain people hitting you up, telling you have a shot here, you have a shot there. I'm just looking like maybe that's not true. But after winning it, and then even more people hit me up, I think that made me a believer in that life after college, I can go play pro ball.
Why didn't you believe like before all that?
I seen a couple guys that were good in my conference, and they played 1 or 2 years pro in places that I didn't think were good places. And some of the stuff that the agents were telling me, I was like, I seen other people in my position where guys I played against, and it didn't work out for them. So I didn't see it really. So I think, and another thing though, us winning it helped out a lot more. And that's what the agents were telling me. So once that actually happened, I was like, maybe it is possible.
So once you kind of started, I guess it's almost like that coach, right? They believed in you.
Mm-hmm.
So once you kind of have people believe in you and kind of saying, yo, you should take this next level. What was like your process to get ready?
The process really was just working out. I mean, it was a long process really because my head coach that was basically my guy that was training me all those years, he left and took a Division I job. So just trying to find another trainer to train me for pre-draft workouts, which I knew I wasn't getting drafted, but just having those workouts, just getting ready. Because me personally, I never knew the trainer I was working out with. He didn't know anything about NBA. So I didn't know what the NBA workouts were going to be like. So just trying to get ready for those mentally and physically. And
so then kind of like, I think like what's cool about your story, man, is just that how you almost, it seemed like you didn't know how good you were.
Yeah, I still don't know how good I am, to be honest with you. I think I feel like I'm a above average player, man, but everybody else, they sound better than what I am. But I think that's what keeps me a little humble, man. I think if I thought I was better than what I was, I wouldn't work as hard as I do now.
Yeah. So it's interesting then, because just like you have this humbleness about you, but like when you're on the court, does like that mentality flip to like, attack mode, or like what's it like for you?
For sure. Once I'm on the court, you know what I'm saying? Anything goes. I don't care. Like I said, with the chip on my shoulder, I don't care if you average 20 points, 30 points. You're not going to just do that easy on me. I think I still got that. My pride is intact when it comes to court. And like I said, me going D2, a lot of guys I play with, they went to bigger schools, especially in the pro. And I want to prove to them that, like, just because you went D1, you're not better than me. So I think that's the other switch I hit when I hit on court, though. Just because I came from a small school, you probably had everything right for you to go there. You know what I'm saying? So that flip is definitely there.
I love it. So once you got, time to go, to that pro level, what happened?
I feel like the workouts they went good, but like I think my goal wasn't NBA at that time. I feel like if I go to the G League and play well there, everything can be good. But everything doesn't happen the way you want to. I ended up just going to the Westchester Knicks, and Jimmer Fredette was there, so I had to take a backseat to that my first year playing pro, which was good, but then again it was bad.
So anyone doesn't know, that's the G League, right? Or like the Knicks?
Mm-hmm, yeah, the Knicks, yeah.
Okay, so if you look from that point, like looking back from the kid that just wanted to beat his brother to this point, what was it? Did it seem surreal, or was it just like, all right, we're here?
It was low-key surreal. Like I was like, somebody's actually gonna pay me money to play basketball. Like that was the crazy part for me. So I mean, I think that was like a surreal moment there, especially getting that first check. I mean, it wasn't a lot, but it's still something. I'm playing basketball for a living. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that first check, man, what'd you buy? Like, what was it just like, I'm gonna go buy a burger somewhere? Was it like you could buy something special or what?
No, just some shoes, man. Was in New York, went to Flight Club, bought some shoes. Shouldn't have bought them. Paid a little bit too much for them, but still, it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Something your parents can't tell you. You're adult, you got a little bit of money. I'm not saying it's a lot of money, but it's something, you know what I'm saying? I don't have any bills, so it was just my money.
Yeah.
Some shoes, man, some shoes. Still have them. Still.
That first NBA check, man, you gotta enjoy it, right?
So that first year, it was crazy though. You go from being a D2 champion to go to the G League with the Westchester Knicks to playing a lot of minutes, being I feel like the best player in D2 at the time, then going to sitting on the bench the whole year. That really messed up my mind up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie about that.
What your thought process like? Like I came from being the guy to now I'm just riding the bench. Was it more of just a shocker to you, or do you thought you're gonna come in and just be the guy right away?
No, it wasn't a shocker because, like I said, the guy who was playing in front of me was Jimmer Fredette, NBA draft top 10 lottery pick, so one of the best college players of all time. I feel like so it wasn't a shock. It was just I feel like just being grounded. But I think that was good for me because, like I said, if I would have got there, played good, you know what I'm saying? Me sitting out that year, I learned the game more. I learned the game a lot more, especially the pro game, and it added another chip on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I could be out there. I'm not gonna say I can score 30, 20 like Jim Murphy was doing, but I can do something, you know what I'm saying? I can do other things too. So that helped me out too. I'm not going to lie. It prepared me for the next few years of my pro career.
So up to this point, like what was like your, I guess, not setback, but just like, was there ever a moment that was just tough for this whole pro career?
For sure. Like you said, you tore your ACL. When I tore my ACL, that was like the biggest setback I can have in basketball. So at the time.
And when you tear your ACL?
I tore it the year I came off of winning a championship in Mexico. So, like I said, once I won the championship, then came back, I felt like I was playing great. I felt like I was playing my best basketball up to that point in my life, and I was lean scoring Romania playing, and I dunked on somebody and came down awkwardly and tore my ACL. Just mentally, like I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Like that ACL, it was bad. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn how to walk again. All the boring rehab that you have to take serious. It was it's tough, but it was good for me.
ACL, I think, it humbled you quick.
Oh, for sure. I couldn't even get out of bed by myself. Like, it was just bad. Like,
You learn how to walk again. You learn how to like bend your knee again.
exactly. Painful. Like, those painful days.
Mhm.
Like I said, I feel like if you can get through that rehab and all that stuff, you can get through a lot of other stuff. Like, that's one thing I'm mad it happened, but I'm glad it happened. It's a lot about myself, a lot about other people around me that I thought were my friends. When I got hurt, they really, stopped hanging around me. It was crazy. So I'm glad it happened though.
I'll say the same thing. Like for me, like I was in high school, so it was like, smaller level. But for me, it gave me a reality check of my situation.
Definitely does that.
Just like you're saying, like the friends that were there for you when you were the big name. Now it's like, oh, he's not the athlete anymore. Don't want to hang around him too much.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, like, what was like your motivation to keep to bounce back?
I think my motivation was just prove people that I can get back to the level I was playing at before I got hurt. That was my biggest motivation. And then even after my ACL, the next season I came back too early, which was my fault. After 6 months, I tried to play, didn't play my best basketball, and then the next season it was just tough for me to get a job. So I think that made me even more hungry to just get back on the court.
Okay, so at this point, how many years are you pro?
3 years pro. It's my third year playing pro.
So, and you're pursuing this, pro career now. Like, what's your like internal like motivation?
I think my internal motivation is just being the best I can be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I came off winning a championship, but I wasn't more so the best player on the team. I played with another ex-NBA player, and Glenn Rice Jr., who was probably one of the best players I ever played with. But then I think I wanted to go to my next team and be the guy. You know what I'm saying? And I was proving it until I got hurt. So I think my motivation was just being the best Kevin I could be at the time.
So how do you describe your game? Are you what ISO? Are you screen and pop? Like what's your style when you ball?
I feel like I have an unorthodox style, but I'm a scorer. I feel like I can get to the cup at will. And then I think one thing that helped me out after my ACL surgery tear was I got a lot better jump shot. So I feel like if I want to say like players in the NBA, I feel like I'm a Westbrook. I feel like I play like Westbrook. Without not that much bounce though. Westbrook bounce is crazy. You can jump crazy.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I used to be able to jump like that, but I don't do that anymore.
You doing jellies now?
For sure. A layup, 2 points is 2 points.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. So outside the game, man, so what are you up to? You earlier you said video games. Like, what else are you up to?
Really just video games and reading, man. Don't get me wrong, I go out to have fun. Team go out, have fun. But other than that, just home, just chilling, man, relaxing, enjoying life, sightseeing in any country I'm in, try to sightsee as much as I can. Just chilling, man. Because I learned that this life can be taken, this sport can be taken from you easy with one injury. So I just try to enjoy life every day, man. Nothing too serious. I know I still have to think about life after basketball, even though I feel like I have a lot of years left in me, but you never know. So.
And then going on that, then I mean, like, so what do you enjoy? I mean, like in a sense of if basketball, right now we're all quarantined, right? So there's no ball happening. So if you had to like find like a hobby or a passion, like what does that look like?
I still don't know. I mean, last summer I worked to a gaming place, EA Sports, and I was just watching them work behind the scenes with video games and stuff. So I feel like I could do that, but then again, sitting there doing it all day, I don't know yet. So I think if I didn't play basketball nowadays, I either go into coaching because I like the fact of helping people get better. So either video games or create video games or either coaching as of now.
Are you on Twitch?
No, I'm not on Twitch. I'm not that good.
I bet you are, dude. Man, I bet you got there. What do you play? Are you a 2K type person? Or are you playing, other games, Call of Duty type stuff, or what?
Call of Duty and MLB The Show. Those are the two main games I play.
Okay, so you're on a PS4.
For sure. That's the best system.
Hey, I had to ask. You never know sometimes. We may have the Xbox.
Nah, I had an Xbox too, but it's just growing up, since I was a kid, I always played PlayStation, so that's what I'm used to. Not knocking Xbox, Yeah. I prefer the PlayStation.
Me growing up, I had the Xbox. I was always mad because I wanted to play MLB The Show, but I couldn't play it.
But then again, me as a kid, I always wanted to play Halo, and I couldn't play it. But luckily, my best friend had an Xbox, so I'd go over there and play Halo for a few days.
Dude, I hated Halo. I don't, for some reason, just like that Spartan laser, it ruined it for me. Spartan laser. I just couldn't. I couldn't get into it.
My best friend loved it, so he played it. I played it. We had some good times on that. Even Gears of War. I used to love Gears of War on Halo too.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll give you that for sure. But yeah, man, it's like it'll be interesting to see like how you take gaming, you know, like because I'm watching like ESPN something like that. And they're doing like those. They have like the players playing each other and stuff like that, and streaming it out.
Because I feel like with most gamings now, they have a lot of like from what I've seen with people I was looking at with EA Sports, they know the game, but it's different when knowing the game like on a technical level than actually having someone that plays the game and know both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure K or NBA Live, they have guys that are very smart, they know basketball, but it's different with having an actual professional player there helping out, you know what I'm saying? On both sides. I think that's why I feel like that would be my goal if I ever did go in the video game world. I'd be trying to help out with that.
So kind of helping bring the game to life a little bit and make it more realistic.
For sure.
Like in a sense.
Yeah, because I hate 2K right now. You got guys missing layups. I don't understand it. These are the best NBA players. These are best basketball players in the world. You got them missing layups and open threes. Like I understand it with timing and stuff, but there's no way Klay Thompson's missing an open three. Like I mean, it happens, but come on now.
The likelihood of just
not all the time. Yeah, slam. You get what I'm saying? So. Even Curry, like this, sometimes just playing those games, it just frustrates me.
I was a big Madden guy, so for me, like Madden used to have the worst glitches. You have a guy, you know, body bending halfway over and catch the ball. You're like, yo, like what we doing? I feel you. So
that's the only reason why I like playing baseball. MLB The Show, I feel like it's very realistic. I mean, when it comes to stuff like that, so that's one thing I like about that game.
What's your team?
Tampa Bay Rays. I'm just a big Central Florida sports guy.
I respect this.
Rays, Tampa Bay Lightning, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then for basketball, Orlando Magic. So that's my squad right there.
I feel like all the teams in Tampa kind of slept a little bit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I feel like the Lightning are one of the best hockey teams in the USA right now, but they just don't win championships, so they get knocked. I think the Rays are probably one of the best young teams. We have a young core that's pretty good, but I feel like we're right there. Only team we slept on really is the Bucks. We got Tom Brady now, so we should be straight.
It's been a good season for you guys. We're going to see how Brady and the Bucks pull it off. You get to watch Brady versus Breeze for twice a year.
Only thing sucks that I can miss football when I'm going across seas, so I have to stay up 2-3 o'clock in the morning to watch those games sometimes. It sucks.
Oh, dang. So where are you going next year? Like once ball's back, where are you going to play at? Do you know yet?
Don't know yet. I would love to go back to Israel. Israel was a fun experience. So I think that's one of my top choices as of now. You never know as of now what's going on, what leagues are going to be closed, what leagues are going to start back. So but I feel like Israel, weather-wise, is just like Florida. It's sunny or rain all year round, no snow. You can't beat that.
Definitely. Last question for you, Kevin, before I let you go, man. So where are you at right now, social media-wise?
Instagram, Kev Cape, KVCAPE.
Yo, man, and then I'm gonna watch your highlights because I want because you seem like you're so humble, but I want to see how you're on the court.
I'm chill, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. You might see me here and you see me in the game. I talk a lot of trash, you know. So like I said, when that switch hits, it's a different Kev. And
the real last question for you right now, who's better, you or your brother?
Oh, me for sure.
There we go.
I think once my junior year, I think I surpassed him for sure, easily.
That's what I wanted to hear. All right, my man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. And it's a little late out there in Florida, so appreciate you coming on.
Anytime, man. Appreciate it.
Yo, thanks for listening to this episode of the 9 Point Started With a Dream podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please comment, share, leave a review. We would love to hear your thoughts. You can find more athlete-driven content at 9point.com. Till the next episode, you're only one opportunity away. Peace.